Hey guys, welcome to City Skylines, and today I'm going to show you how to use the new map editor. So right now, if we just come in here, we have the normal features, then the map editor. So if you press on here right now I'm not 100% sure, but you may need to be in developer mode to do this. If you're not already in developer mode, please, you can go and watch a video on how to do that. Okay, so first of all, we have multiple different things here. So assets, different terrains, add objects, edit, and of course bulldoze. So basically what this is allowing us to do is actually create a map of different sorts. So we can defer the way that this map is going to be, so we can actually use this map later in the game when we want to start our own thing. So we can start off with our different components right here. So if we have our hill, we can make a hill. We can level it back down just like the normal City Skylines. Let's just bring all of this back down. And it's pretty self-explanatory how to do this. If we have our, we can come to our objects. Now we need roads. So let's come to roads and let us get a highway. So once we have our highway here, what we can do is we can come double it and take our highway off from here as normal. Pull it off, making sure we have our proper connection. And now we can just make a highway as usual that would be in the game, right? So we can place this down here, make sure we have a 180-degree angle, and pull it across the map like that. Now we know this is what we're starting in, so we're just creating the infrastructure for the map we're going to be using later. Okay, so basically what we do now is we need an intersection. So let's grab this trumpet intersection. And as you can see, it's currently in the way. So we bulldoze. If we bulldoze these few roads here, like that. And now if we come back to our roads, come to roads, intersection. Oh, where's the intersection? Just let me get this. So duplicate template, we already have opened that. So now back to editor. We can also do a custom one. So instead of actually using this, we could come, but I'm just going to use it for the moment because I'm on a bit of a short schedule. And we now have, now I don't have it perfectly well set, but if we just place it down here and grab an intersection from here, like so, and just delete our roads here, we can now add another road. So come to roads, our one lane height, and then we took 2 lane, or actually no, we did 1 lane, so never mind. Let's take our little 1 lane and pull it off there. And now from there we can grab on to here, connecting it. Now this is a bit of a small road, so what we can do, we can actually come over to 2 lane. It's actually very simple to use, as it is almost the same controls as in normal City Skylines, and it can eventually merge back into there, like so. Now we can do the same thing with the other side. Now here I'm actually just going to use a 2 lane for a little bit before we start, like so, into here, and now we will change back to a 1-way highway, like that. There we go. Connecting it, and we now have some interesting sign connections, but that's fine. And we now have our connection to our road. Now what we're going to need is we need 2 roads coming off from here for our starter map. Oh, let me escape. If you ever want to stop placing something, just press on escape and it'll allow you to do that. And if we just come over to here, starting off there, we now have our connection to our map. We can just do a little turn in here, and we can have that merge onto a medium road, like so. Place this road down like that. There you go. And now we can just get our 1 lane roads and have them merge in perfectly like that. And we now have an intersection beginning. What we can also do, of course, is we can come to roundabouts, but I'm not going to add any of those for the moment. They're not really in need. Now the cool thing about this is that we can actually change it so that there are different aspects. So if we come to buildings, we can actually add different vehicles at the beginning of the map. So looking at all these different controls, they're different. So we can even just grab a random gas station piece. These are ones that will actually spawn in at the beginning of the game. So we can place one of these down, any random piece or commercial part. See, there are also these buildings, and whenever we spawn in the map, it will actually show these, and we'll be starting off with those. We can also come up here and add different pieces. So we can get a dog park, for example. So we can actually start off with our own little town, which I think is quite interesting. Of course, we can add trees and also make multiple, so we're adding more trees around the area. 100% sure, but I'm quite... If we come over to here, we can actually put, see, they're not baby trees, these are full-grown trees. So when we come up here, we can make different forests. So coming up to full brush size and bringing up the strength for the brush, we can now put wild or random tree, and you can see this will now make a forest, which I think is quite neat. So we can now just forest a bunch of the map like that. And this really allows you to make any sort of map you want for your city, which will be quite useful depending on what type of city you're making. Now, guys, what you can also do is if you come to locations, you can put different types of spawners. So for example, we can put a pig spawner right here, and so pigs will spawn there. We have a deer spawner, and now if we play our map, we should eventually see a few pigs and cows coming out of there. Now, the possibilities are pretty much endless with this. Of course, there's also terraforming, so coming over here, we can increase our brush size and we can actually create an area. And as you can see, I just spent a little bit of time doing this. We now have a nice little map area. Of course, we can come back to add in objects, and we can come to tracks, buildings, props, and add different types of vehicles. See, we can even add right here if we come out of landscaping. Now, another cool thing that we can do is we can add different types of surfaces. So this is an agricultural surface. So what this does is it allows us to make an area where this will be agricultural, and connecting it there. All that is now agriculture. We can also do for grass. This is just normal grass. We connect there. That is now just grass. To Airbus, we can also add actual vehicles. What this is going to do, this is going to look hilarious, but we are actually just going to add, bringing down brush size, a little bus here. So bringing it down over to the road, we can actually press it on the road. If we put this down, we now have a little bus right here, which I think is quite neat, considering that we can not just have random little cars anywhere. We can also do the same with city cars or with delivery vans, allowing us to put multiple different vehicles there. Now, next thing, characters. We can also add people. So putting them here, we can just have a bunch of little people walking amongst the cars. We can have cows, elderly, sheep, all the different animals. You can also have teeth, of course. So this is incredibly realistic, and I think it's quite neat. Foliage props. Of course, you can even go down to incredibly precise things like a machine and a window. And now, guys, you're all probably wondering how to make water. So what you'll do is you'll come to water, coming here, click on water, and as you can see, this is a water spawn point. So if we bring it over to the edge of the map over here, it will now start to spawn water. And of course, we can come into our thing here and actually create a little lake for us. and this will keep on spawning water no matter what you do. You can also change the speed of the water simulation, bringing it up higher. And as you can see, when it hits the side of the map, it'll just kind of stop. Of course, if you do not have an actual river that controls where the flow will go, it will eventually flood your entire map. So coming back to terraforming, come here, we can now make a deeper area for the particular river. If we grab it over here, we can now make a nice little water bed area, and it will all eventually fill up with water. You can see, coming to our beginning area, it will make a very interesting little area. And now coming back out here to water and bringing back speed up. The water will now flow together and create the area that you want. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join my Discord server and subscribe. Discord is in the comments below where I can help you one-on-one with your map editor. Bye guys!